So hello and welcome friends to our channel Intro Mech, and here we discuss about basic mechanical engineering concepts. So guys, as you know that on our channel we discuss about different design basics, then machine building, how different online engineering tools can be used to design different products and all. So we are starting a new series, and in this series I will be specifically talking about some of the digital engineering tools which are freely available on the internet, and you can use these tools effectively for your design. So in this video we will have a Festo digital engineering tool part 1, and we will see that how we can select the feed separators. Now Festo is a manufacturer of different pneumatic and electric actuators, and I'm taking this as an example. I'm not say promoting Festo or anything, but you can take this tool to input your system design, your system values, and you can get some output. You can get some idea that how I should select some part, let's say gripper or say feed separator or say indexer, and from that you can order your part, you can design many things. So this is the main motto of this series. So without wasting time, let's get started. So you have to enter Festo online tools, and then you can see the Festo industrial automation site. So just click on that and it will get open. Now you can see the home page of the site and different options. Just go into the products and you can see industrial automation, then process automation, life tech automation, and then we have digital engineering tools. So just click on the digital engineering tools, and here is the window. Now you could see that there are different digital engineering tools available on this site. You can see the factory automation, pneumatic systems, what we have, gripper selection, then we have vacuum design, we have pneumatic sizing, CAD configurator, then air consumption of cylinders you can calculate, pneumatic simulation is there, then so many things are available with just a single click of your mouse. So we will see one by one these tools. So today we will focus on how we can select the feed separators. So let's see the feed separators, what are the feed separators and how we can use them, right? So just go on to the feed separators, and you can see it help to select the right feed separator for your application. So just click on it and the window will open. Now here you could see there are two options available, right? The feed separator selection tool, product type is single finger separator, and then we have double finger separator. Now what actually the separator is, now here you can see the system, there is a conveyor and the parts are getting feed. Now in this design we require the part should be separated, and this is called as singling also. That means each part should be separated out for say some processing, and that's where this feed separator comes into the picture, right? So that is what the feed separator is. Now when you go, now you can see the part and the feed separator is separating that part, right? Now what we have is a single finger separator and the separation of long parts. So where you can have this, if your part size is larger, then you can go for single finger separator. That means one separator at one station and another separator at other station. So this is the single finger separator. Now let's check out what are the inputs required. Now here you could see clearly how it is operating. The on the conveyor part is coming and the separator is like coming, it is restricting the part, and then one by one parts are going on the conveyor. So we can see parts moved by conveyor belt and parts moved by the gravity. Let's have parts moved by the conveyor belt. So these are the options. Now you have different inputs like number of parts. Now all these inputs you have to feed to this system, so you have to be very careful about these things. You should know your system, what you are designing. So let's say number of parts are 70, then weight of the part. Now you have to enter the weight of the part. So let's say if you don't know the weight of your part, you can approximate. There is a calculator already given. You can have the material from the list, let's say aluminum, or you can select whatever you want. Let's say we have steel and have a cube. You have to enter the sizes. If you know the mass, you can directly put, or if you are like approximating something, then you can just have some dimensions over here, and the software will automatically calculate the weight, right? Just click on OK, and here is your weight, right? Then you have velocity. Now this is the important thing, the velocity. This is the system requirement. You are designing some machine, so you can read the tip and hints on the below, which speed is your conveyor belt running at. So this you should know, because you are designing this thing will be dependent on your cycle time and many more other process parameters. So you have to feed this data to this software. So you have put the velocity, and then we have friction. Now the friction you could see on the left side, the mu value. And again we have calculator, as there are two different materials. One is like moving from your belt and the belt material. So there are two different materials having some friction in between. So let's take NBR, that is the rubber material, and it's have metal, our body which is metallic, so it has taken a coefficient of friction. Now just click on the next button, and then you have to give some inputs like LR. Now you can have cursor on that, and you can see L. What is that? Is the horizontal distance between the part and the reference line. On the left side you can see what exactly it is. So according to your system design, you have to put this value. That means how much torque you require, where you are actually placing your feed separator. So from that you have to just calculate this value, and you have to enter that. Then you have R value, that is the vertical distance between the part and the reference line, and you can read the tip and hints also on the bottom side. It gives some hint that how you should consider this value, right? And then you have pressure, the operating pressure of the feed separator. That means how much pressure you are giving to that feed separator to operate. So that is the operating pressure of your feed separator. So most of the times the industrial pneumatic are considered to be designed at 5 bar, let's say. So let's put 5 bar over there, or you can also have 4 bar. So let's consider 5 bar, then just hit next. Now here are your options. You could see the software will directly give you the options which are available and the results. You can see, like, you have static load, you have dynamic load. And when you click on the static load, it gives you the information like this, describes. Then dynamic load, what does it mean? You can read that on the bottom side. So whatever data you have fed into this software, according to that it calculates all the things, and it gives you the option that this feed separator can be used. And then other characteristics, you can see what is the stroke travel of your feed separator, and then what is the piston force of your feed separator. So on the top side you can see the green options. These are the green, that means those are okay options. All the parameters are like fulfilling their criteria, and that's why these are okay parts. You can use these parts for your application. If you go on in some red part, let's say some red thing, so here you have 2D view, then accessories, then datasheet, documentation. You can go on these things and you can check out their datasheet, their parameters. So let's say now this is, now here you could see it is over loaded, the static load. You can see the capacity is like over, it's beyond 100%. This part cannot take the static load of the system, and that's why we cannot use that. So let's you can see the 2D and 3D view also of these parts, and you can check out their data sheet. So this is about the single finger separator. Right now, what is the double finger separator? Separation of small parts. You can read now. Here you can see if the part dimensions are smaller, then we can have a single separator having two you can say fingers at a time. So let's see how it operates. So this is basically for the small parts. Instead of having two different uh, feeders, we can have a single feeder with two fingers. So let's see how it operates. Now here you could see how it operates. One, when it restricts the next part, then the other one just moves up. Now here we have part moved by the gravity. Now let's consider that part is like getting moved by the gravity. We have a gravity, we can say conveyor, let's say. And then we have number of parts. Again, you have to input this, then weight of the part you have to put. Then the comes into the picture the angle, that means at what angle your part is moving. So you can change that also. Let's say your gravity conveyor is at say 30 degree, or your plane is at 30 degrees. And then distance between the fingers, that is essentially indicates your part size. So according to that, you can have this value, and just click on the next button. Again, you have to have this L value, R value, and P value, which we have seen earlier. So according to that, you have to fill these values also. So pressure, and let's check out the next. Now here you could see that uh, no product is like having the characteristics which are resembling to our system design. All are red, all are not okay. So that means we don't have anything for this configuration. Now what we can do, we can check out, we can have some different parameters, like number of parts might be too much for the gripper to handle, so we can just reduce the parts. So let's say we have only 10 parts over here, and let's say reduce the mass of the part. And now let's hit the next button to check out. Now you can see the options available. That indicates that if your system is too loaded, it is at inclined plane, then you have some limitations for these kind of grippers. You have to check the weight of the parts or the number of parts which are stacking up. So these kind of things you can check out, and you can have the view of the 2D, and you can check out the PDF also, the technical data sheet also, and all other parameters of this part also. So this is how we can effectively use this freely available tool for say selection of our feed separator. And it is not like this software will directly gives you some outputs. The main important part over here is the input values, and you must know what are your system requirements, and according to that you must input the data. So this is it guys for the today's session. I hope you liked the video, you uh, got some new information, and if you have any doubts, please do write into the comment section and we can discuss over there. Until then, keep intro making. Thank you for the patient listening. Thank you.